Hello everybody, welcome to GIS E-Pathshala, Grade 9, Social Science, Economics. Our topic is the story of Palampur. In our previous video, we have seen about the Palampur. Palampur is a hypothetical village. Palampur is a hypothetical village and we have seen some of the things what are available in Palampur. Palampur is a very good village. 450 families are living in Palampur. Very good road and transport facilities available in Palampur. Then irrigation facilities available. Electricity is properly available in Palampur. Schools are available. Uh, Hospitals are available. Medical facilities are available. So we can say Palampur is an ideal rural area. Palampur is an ideal rural area. Now we will see organization of production. Organization of production is coming. So one another question is coming. Production of what? Production of what? So the main aim of production is to produce the goods and services we want. Obviously we are producing the things that we are in need. So the main aim of production is to produce goods and services that we want. But see now, we don't have any supernatural power. We don't have any supernatural power, so we can start any production, anything in the air. So, what is the basic necessities? What basic things we need for any production that we are going to see? The factors of production. See, there are four requirements. There are four requirements for the production. We need four basic things for the production. See, first thing is land. See, as such I told that we don't have any supernatural power, so we can produce or we can do anything on the air, in air. So now the basic thing is land. First basic thing is land, and the land is counted as the pillar of the production. Land is counted as the pillar of the production. See, if land is there, then only we can do further anything. After land, the physical capital. See now physical capital, in physical capital we can say fixed capital is there and working capital is there. So fixed capital means tools, machines, buildings. Tools, machinery, building, all things are counted as fixed capital. Suppose a school is there, we are running a school is there, the school building is a fixed capital. School building is a fixed capital because for many years we can use the same building. Again and again there is no need for a new building, but for a long period we can use the same building. Like that, any tool is there. Small tool is there, suppose farmer's plow is there, that is also counted as a fixed capital only. And then big machines are there, generators are there, computers are there, all things are counted in the fixed capital. And after that the working capital. Now working capital means raw material and money in hand. Working capital means raw material and money in hand. Suppose I want to produce anything, first basic I want the raw material. Suppose I am making the potato chips, I am producing potato chips. So basic necessity, what is the raw material? Basic raw material potato I want. So that daily I have to purchase, or I am doing the stock, but at least 6 months stock I can do. For so many years, for 10 years stock I cannot take. So the raw material is necessary. So raw material and money in hand. Money in hand means suppose something is coming by transportation, something is coming to my factory by transportation, and as soon as the truck is coming, I have to pay to the truck driver some amount. So that is the working capital daily I need. Suppose in school we are daily making tea. So daily we want to purchase some of the things, sugar or like that. So that is continuously we want. So that is counted as the, for that we are using the money. So that is counted as the working capital. So now basic thing is land. Land is the basic pillar. Main thing is land. After that physical capital. In that we have seen fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital means tools, machines, buildings, and all things are in the fixed capital. And working capital means raw material and money in hand. Now we have the land, we have the physical capital, building is available, machinery is available, all the things are available. But further, who will operate the machine? Who will do the work? For that we need the labor. Labor means those persons who are working. We need either skilled labor, unskilled labor, educated laborers and uneducated laborers are also there. Labor means they are working, but sometimes we need skilled labor only. In some of the work, okay, unskilled labor can do the work. Suppose I have one piece of cloth and I want to make a shirt. For making shirt, I want a skilled labor who is knowing properly how to cut the cloth and how to make the shirt. But suppose in packing work, okay, unskilled labor can also do the work in the packing. Sometimes some uneducated workers are there. They can also do some of sweeping work or like that type of work. But suppose computer operator is there, related software related some work is there, account related work is there, then obviously we need educated laborers. So this type we want the laborers also. Laborers are also necessary for the production. And after that the human capital. Now all things are there, land is there, labor is there, physical capital is there. But how to do all the things, that idea I don't have. I have the land is there, all the things, but I don't know how to do further things. So for that we need human capital, means knowledge and enterprise. Knowledge and enterprise should be there. That can be, because of that we can able to combine all these things to produce an output. So knowledge and enterprise can help us to join all the things and to get an output. Suppose I know I have all the things, but I don't know how to use all the things. So some another person is having the knowledge, another person is having the idea, then he is helping me, or he is making all the things together, combining all the things and producing one thing. So that is the human capital. So now the basic four factors of production are land, labor, physical capital and human capital. Now we know that every production is organized by combining land, labor, physical capital and human capital. But now as we read through the story of Palampur, we are reading and we are doing all the things through the story of Palampur. We will learn first three factors, land, labor and physical. Now we will see the farming in Palampur. Now we are going to see the farming in Palampur. So the first thing is land. Okay, land is there, but what is that? Land is fixed. You know land is fixed. Now constraint over farm production, because land area under cultivation is practically fixed. Constraint means some limitation is there. Limitations are there because the land area is fixed, and that is in full all village they cannot do the farming. Some area is fixed for the farming work only. Now we have seen the land is fixed. But see, is there way one can grow more from same land? Land is fixed, but is there any way that one can grow more crop from the same land? See, now we are talking about the village Palampur. Palampur would resemble a village on the western side of Uttar Pradesh. Resemble means similar. Palampur is a village similar to one village in Uttar Pradesh. So now what in Palampur, how they are doing the farming? As you know, in Palampur the irrigation facility is very good and electricity is available. So how they are doing the works in Palampur? They are taking two crops, Kharif crop and Rabi crop. Kharif crop means the crop during the rainy season. Rainy season, whatever crops farmers are taking, that is the Kharif crop. Suppose in that Juwar, Bajra are coming. And after that Rabi crop means winter season. In winter season, whatever farmers is taking the crop, that is the Rabi crop. And during October and December they are cultivating the potatoes. During October and December they are cultivating potatoes, and after that once in a year they are doing the production of sugarcane also. They are cultivating sugarcane also. So from sugarcane or either they are sending raw sugarcane or making jaggery also, and they are sending to other villages. So like that in Palampur they can do the two crops in a year. Why? Because in Palampur irrigation facility is available and electricity is proper. Otherwise in many of the villages in India, only 40% villages are having proper irrigation and electricity. Otherwise mostly the farmers are depending on rain in the rainy season for the production. So in other season they can't take any other product in the farm. Now we have seen in Palampur the farmers are doing and they are taking the Kharif crop also and Rabi crop also. And in Palampur village, maximum people are associated with the farming only. Maximum people are associated in the farming work only, and they are taking Kharif crop also and Rabi crop also. Now multiple farming. What is the meaning of multiple farming? Multiple farming means in the same land, from the same land they are taking two different crops two times in a year. Two different crops in two times in a year in the same land. So during the winter season also they are taking the crop, and during the Monsoon season also they are taking the crop, and during the monsoon season the rain is there, so there is no problem of water. But during the winter season, because of the irrigation, proper irrigation facility, they can take the crop. And mixed farming means in the land one time at the same time they are taking two different crops in the same land at a time. Two different crops in the same land at a time. Suppose here they are doing another cropping, and here they are keeping the space for sugar cane. So like that on the same time, and they are taking two crops in the same time. And here in multiple farming means in a year they can do 2-3 times the farming on the same, from they can take the crop from the same land. So there is a difference between multiple farming and mixed farming. But multiple farming is possible because of the proper facility, irrigation and electricity and all the facility. And mixed farming they cannot do because they are depending, mostly the farmers are depending on the rain for the water facilities, for the irrigation facility. So now today we have seen the organization of production, factors of production, and how in Palampur the land is fixed everywhere, but how in Palampur from the same land they are taking more crop that we have seen in the today's lecture. Thank you.